Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Lilla here with the MLM Superheroes with Black Ops Underground Marketing Training, and we are live right now on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I am fired up right now. And I'm going to turn back the clock a little bit, and I'm going to share with you some of the challenges that you're probably going through right now as a home-based business owner. And then we're going to really open up a gateway to a brand new world for you, to the seven-figure formula. Okay, so if you've been in this industry and you've been struggling with your home-based business, you're trying to get into that traction, that lift off, so that you have that income coming in month after month, there's some challenges that people have, right? They typically spend their money on their business to get started, to go through their training. But the most important thing, the thing that they don't have, is a marketing and advertising budget. So they try and wing it, right? They try and learn free strategies. Oh, I'll just learn Instagram. I'll just learn Facebook. I'll just learn videos, right? But I can tell you this, if you want to get to the seven-figure liftoff, you literally have to take a locomotive here on the front end and go wham right into your primary business. So I'm going to share with you some strategies that we implement. All the seven-figure income earners implement these strategies. You don't know behind the scenes, okay? Because this stuff goes on the front end, right? But the stuff that they don't really talk about, right? Because they don't want to take your focus off what you think is your big win, your big primary business. We're going to show you here tonight. I've got a couple of really special guests here that are going to open up the vault and share with you some strategies that they've implemented from a complete flat start, guys. Complete flat start in a 9-week period of time that they've made $71,000. Okay, this is all documented. This isn't a hype webinar. This is a value-based webinar to show you what we do. How can I start a business from a flat start and then 90 days later have $87,500 of cash flow to be able to properly launch my business? Okay, so I'm going to open up the vault, okay, and I'm going to share with you all of these insider secrets so that you can get the same results too, okay? So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go live. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Is everything coming through okay? Guys, can you see my screen? Can you unmute?
We got you.
Okay.
Crystal clear.
Okay, guys, so have no fear. The MLM superhero is here. Guys, what we talk a lot about is personal branding, on how to create a shelter from your company to focus on your leadership. This is a personal development business model. This is a leadership business model. When you first get into this industry, you think it's about selling products. Let me tell you, about 90 days in, you realize that you are in a leadership and personal development business model, and products are sold in a different way. You have to provide value to the marketplace. You have to understand about the pain, the problem of the market, and how to provide a solution. So this is me right here, and I'm going to share with you how to build a business while having a life. That's me right there, Darren Little, also known online as the MLM Superhero. That is my 16-year-old son, Darren, and this gives you an idea of what's possible, guys. 16 years old, brand new newbie, and in his very first 2 weeks, with a brand new Facebook account, he made $2,069. Now, where do you think he might be when he turns 20? So I want you to think about your own kids. What if they knew how to do this? What if they knew how to implement the seven-figure formula? What might happen to their future? But, you know, the stuff that you didn't know that they could learn at a very, very young age. So I'm really proud of him, the fact that he made $2,069 in 2 weeks. Never done anything like this before his entire life. Now, what if, guys, what if you could make $825,884.88 in affiliate commissions? That's the total that I've made so far on the internet since the time that I first started about 5 years ago or so. What if in 3 days on Facebook you could make $19,360.25 without spending a penny on paid marketing? We're going to teach you about attraction marketing, how to have people contacting you so that your phone starts ringing off the hook with incoming phone calls. How about this? What if you were to wake up one day after sleeping and you made $13,070.53 while you were sleeping? What about this? 7 days, having a week, $25,177.61. That is what's possible. Once you learn how to roll out these strategies, once you learn how to become the attractor factor, once you learn how to get your phone ringing off the hook with incoming phone calls, guys. And I'm telling you that when your phone starts ringing, when people start asking you about your opportunity, the whole game changes. Now, what about this? To have a month where you made more money in a month than a lot of people make in an entire year working full-time, working on a part-time basis. $55,232.32 in the month of May. Now, here are some of the biggest challenges that we have as marketers in this industry. And if you've been taught the friends and family business model and you've already been rejected multiple times and people have told you to go fly a kite, which is often what happens, these are some of the challenges that people have. First of all, they don't have enough startup capital. That's the capital that's going to get you into liftoff with your business. That includes your startup costs, your high-ticket products, your marketing and advertising costs, your event tickets, your flights to get to places. How are you going to actually run a real company? Big problem. People don't have enough for their marketing. So they spend the money in their primary business. They've got no marketing budget to properly run their business. We're going to show you how to generate a $10,000 a month budget, which is what you really need if you want to become a seven-figure income earner. Now, Mike Dillard talks about this in Building on a Budget. He also wrote Magnetic Sponsoring, 2 books that I highly recommend that you get. And in there, he talks about starting with a $500 monthly marketing budget and then scaling that up to eventually be visualizing that you're going to be spending $10,000 a month on your marketing campaign. Now, they just don't have enough capital to be able to purchase high-ticket products. Now, high-ticket products are where you're going to make the most amount of income, the big income. In fact, you can make more in a high-ticket program with one single commission than a lot of people make an entire month working full-time. So obviously, the higher commissions that you can make in any program, you're going to get to 7 figures a lot faster, okay? Now, they don't have a steady stream of qualified buyers that are looking at their business opportunity. And if you run out of that stream of leads, guys, I'm telling you, it's a big, big challenge. So remember that. You need a steady stream of leads every single day looking at your business opportunity presentation and your video. Now, they don't know how to actually market to become the attractor factor. So they're pitching people. You know, have I got a deal for you? Get in my deal. I'll look better. I feel better. I sleep better. You gotta try my product. I'm not interested. Okay, so that's typically what people get. They come from the features and benefits business model. Now, why is that? Because they come from real estate, mortgage broker, insurance, automotive, retail. Those are all features and benefits driven business models. We are not in that model. We are in a leadership and problem-solving business model, and if you want to make the big money, you better start having some value, and that's where we come in to help you all the way along the way. Now, they don't know how to actually close and upsell to higher ticket products. So they might be able to generate leads, but now what? They don't make any money. They don't know how to close those people. They also don't know how to get any type of team duplication. This, when you see this, guys, I'm telling you, the light bulbs are going to go on, the fireworks are going to start going off, you will literally start to see yourself in the future popping $1,000 commissions, and we teach people how to do that daily. Okay, that's only one sale in a day. You start popping $1,000 days every day of the week. That's going to fund your entire marketing campaign. Now, here's what most people do in the industry. So there's their primary business. Okay, now if you're in high-ticket programs like Empower Network or Digital Altitude or MOB, where some of these products are $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30,000, a lot of people actually will invest their own money to buy these products and training, but they don't have any marketing muscle behind them. So what happens? They want to learn some free strategies, right? So they think that, you know, hey, if I could just learn these free strategies, I'm going to get liftoff. That's often a 2 to 4 year learning curve, and all the way along the process, they're risking more personal capital, and they have a monthly auto ship on every one of the products that's coming out simultaneously. They've got their autoresponder. Maybe they have a blog. Maybe they've got video hosting. You know, maybe there's a monthly fee for their particular company. All of those fees keep on coming out month after month, whether you're making money or not, guys. And this is the important factor that you need to understand if you want to go next level in your business. Now, what happens at that point? Well, hopefully they're going to make some money, right, that they can reinvest back into their business. A lot of the top income earners will tell you to take at least 20% and put it back into investing into your business and traffic and things like that. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people don't make any money, right? So they never actually get there. So they actually have a monthly liability, right, that keeps on draining their bank account. Then they got to come to an event. Then there's airfare. They've got to pay for the event, right? It's more income that's going out of their bank account from their regular job. Okay? Now, here's what the smart people do. Okay? This is what we do when we roll out a campaign. Now, normally, when you run your primary business, there's going to be at least a 2-week delay, right, in getting paid. Plus, then there's the transfer time. By the time you actually see that money, you're looking at a month, 6 weeks, sometimes even more. Sometimes there's a 2-month delay before your commissions start ramping up. What we do with the Shadow Commissions Project is we give you everything. We give you your copy. We give you your Facebook posts. We give you your follow-up sequences. We give you every campaign. We call them crush campaigns because you totally crush it, and guess what happens? You work today and you get paid today. So this right here becomes the funding mechanism for everything, okay? Everything in your business. Buying your high-ticket products, doing your big advertising campaigns, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 at a time because you're making $1,000 commissions per transaction. Now, here's the cool thing. Every single person on your team is going to get that same power. That's marketing horsepower. All the pages are done. All the copy's written. We already know what converts. We already know what provides the attractor factor. So here's what happens. Now you move into high-ticket products, but you're being funded, right, with no risk of your own personal capital. So if I bring somebody into the Shadow Commission Project, I can help them to raise 10 grand, so now they can start buying those high-ticket products, and they can start to roll out a professional advertising campaign. They can also afford things like outsourcing or airfare tickets or flying to an event, right? And it's all funded through the front-end program that when you work today, guys, you get paid today, right? That's the whole funding mechanism. So you don't have to wait the month. You don't have to wait the 6 weeks. Even if you made $5,000 on your very first day in a high-ticket program, you won't see that money for probably 6 weeks, okay, before it actually lands in your bank account where you can start to spend the money. Now, what happens after that? You end up with multiple revenue streams, and you go directly right to the top of the leaderboards, okay? So I've shown people literally that have had zero experience that start showing up on the leaderboards because they actually have a budget, a real budget. Okay, so when you have a situation like what happened with me, and as an example, in 2 days with the revenue streams that I have plus the shadow commissions project, it generated almost $13,000 for me. Now I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it into my ad campaign. Now I'm going to take that money and now I'm buying my high-ticket products without having to totally drain my savings account, without having to risk my own personal capital, and being in a situation if I do buy high-ticket, then I still don't have a marketing and advertising budget. Huge problem, guys, okay? Now, what you're going to do right now, this is a phenomenal story, and I'm going to turn back the clock a little bit. You're going to meet Eric Green and Paul Turner. Now, Eric and I started working together about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Eric was selling photocopiers. He was trying to get traction online. He got into millionaire mentoring. He learned the top recruiter training formula. Phenomenal marketer. This last year, his best month, guys, get this, was $70,000 for the month. Okay. Now, Paul Turner is an amazing marketer as well. Paul is a great tech person. He does all the pages, all of the sales funnels, all the stuff that's turnkey for you. And Paul was in a similar situation. He went through the top recruiter training formula, and in his very first month, okay, now keep in mind, guys, this is for even a brand new person. If my son at 16 years old can do this, trust me, you can do it too. So Paul, in his very first 30 days, recruited 25 new reps in his very first month. So what I'd like to do here is I'm going to exit through here into the, let's see what we got here. Okay. Where the heck did you guys go here? Hold on a sec. Here we go. Okay. So Eric, actually, I'm going to hand it over to you. If you can maybe just share a real quick snapshot about the evolution of where you were to where you are now, learning how to be a top recruiter, learning about mindset, learning about quantum physics, on really taking your life like this to that next level. Now, multiple revenue streams, multiple six-figure income earners. Over to you, Eric Green.
Guys, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. I'm going to keep my voice a little low. I'm actually I'm in Cherokee, North Carolina, and I'm about 13 days into a 6-week road trip with my family. Road trip vacation. Let me repeat that. A 6-week road trip vacation with my family when my kids are out of school. And I have the ability to do that because of what I went through with millionaire mentoring, what I went through with recruiting. I've been around the game for a while, but just really getting connected with Darren, really tapping into the personal development side. It was a game changer for me. So it's a blessing to be able to literally travel. We're here in the mountains now. We're going to be here for another couple of weeks, and we're headed down to the beach for a couple of weeks. And I'm literally able to generate an income from the internet through my.
I think we just lost Eric. We lost you there for a second. You cut it out.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, sorry guys. So literally 9 weeks ago we started the Shadow Commissions project, and we leveraged a lot of things that I learned in millionaire mentoring, but also some mentoring I got from a few 7-figure affiliate marketers. And the biggest issue that I see out there in the marketplace, Darren, is I see a lot of people, and you've touched on it in this webinar, a lot of people who are excited, but to be able to use our campaigns and the things that we've tested over the years that we know work and convert, and we can get you into a program that has an instant pay model, and you can get an income story as quickly as possible. Guess what, guys? That is a major game changer. But here's the thing. Even with our Done For You campaigns, even with everything we've done in the last 9 weeks, which our team collectively at this point has generated over $200,000 in instant commissions, even with everything that we do and hand to you and put into your lap, okay, this is still a personal development business. And to be able to tap into the personal development side that Darren offers, I can't tell you how valuable that is, because you know, that's the actual game changer. Beyond everything that we have going on here, you have to believe it, you have to see it before it happens, and Darren's going to help you guys get there. So we're excited to be on and represent, and I'm going to pass it over back to you, Darren, to go to Paul. Appreciate it, buddy.
Fantastic, Eric. Super proud of you, pal. Guys, imagine this. I want you to think about what this might be like for you if you started a business day one, okay? And in a 9-week period of time, that's just over 2 months, you made $71,000 US cash in your bank account, okay? You're not waiting around for it. It's not going to be the Never Never plan. It's not going to be 6 weeks down the road. I'm talking about getting paid today. So, Paul, maybe you can just share your screen right now. Take people a little bit behind the scenes to share with them the power of done-for-you marketing strategies, pre-written copy, pre-written Facebook posts, pre-written follow-up sequences, guys. I want you to really understand this. I'm talking about the 7-figure formula literally handed to you on a silver platter. Okay, so over to you, Paul.
Hi, Darren. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. And listen, guys, I'm in the UK. It is 22 minutes past 1 in the morning. I promise you I don't stay up for just anybody. So that's a testament to you, Darren, that I'm even here. So can you see my screen okay?
I can, yes.
Okay, so what I wanted to do is I just wanted to log in live, okay, just so people can see we're telling the truth. This is our account. Me and Eric share this account. We work together. I never get tired of the way it counts up. So as you can see, we've done $71,400. Now, that will actually show $72,000 tomorrow. We have an incredibly strong relationship with the owner of the business, Exeter Elite, okay? And we were experimenting with something today, so that's why it says 400 instead of 1,000, okay? So it should be 72,000. That went up today, and we should have a ton of people joining us tomorrow. So that is what is possible with the combination of the done-for-you stuff that we provide, but then also the additional stuff that Darren taught me. That I have to pick you up, Darren, actually, because it wasn't my first month in the industry, in the business, because I sucked when I joined the industry. And I was a top sales guy, right? I worked in sales departments in stores, and I was like either the #1 or #2 sales guy. I came into this industry and thought, here we go, I'm just going to make so much money, it's unbelievable. And the first business I was in had 6 application forms. I think I still had them like 6 months later. So I absolutely sucked until I met you, and you gave me some guidance on where I was going wrong. And then to hit 25 people in a month, absolutely amazing. So that is what is possible, guys. Now, we can talk about products later if you want me to, Darren, but I thought what I'd do is if I show what we provide in the Shadow Commission Project to help you guys win. It's crazy, but people don't believe it, but all 3 of us, we want to see you guys win. There comes a time when you've cracked it, when you've broken it, and when you've managed to have success, there's an element in you that just wants to go and shout to the world, hey, I did it, hey, I did it, this is how I did it. Okay, so it's not all about the money, because with this particular program, it's not all about the money at all for us, it's about helping you win. So we have our Shadow Commission group here, and if I scroll down, you'll see Eric's written a post for everybody to share there. There are lots of people being welcome to the group. You'll see people sharing that stuff everywhere. I made a video tonight. We give updates to the group, etc., etc. And as you can see, we currently have, I get right to the top, 808 members. It's just growing at a fantastic rate. We started the 4th of May is when we started. If I just come to the photos section here, and that's where they all are, you can see Sharon Parkinson. She's made 30K. I think she joined us like the 2nd or 3rd week, so that's in about 8 weeks. We've got Michael Martin's done 20K in 5 weeks. We're on 71 at the time we did this. We've got Darren's done 2K, Pat's done 7K, Michael's done 3K there in 3 weeks. Janie 3K, and I think that's about maybe a month. Okay, maybe a month, but I think it's 3 weeks. So as you can see, lots and lots of success stories. There's more here: 8K, 2K, 10K. Bearing in mind, none of these people have been in before the 4th of May. So let me head over to the file section really quick. We have a Start Here section that tells you in no uncertain terms what you need to do. We provide all the links and marketing pages for you. Let me just show you one of those. Okay. So this is a promotion we have running at the minute. This is a campaign that we've written, 21 days worth of posts. Okay. That literally our team are copying and pasting, and that is what is giving them some of that success. It's a 21-day blueprint. People can still get in. They've got 14 days left to run. So any of you, any people want to get in, you can be doing this, and this is top quality stuff that Eric has written on this page, and it is converting incredibly well. One of the reasons we got involved with this deal, guys, is the Shadow Commission project came about. Really, we were looking to do something crazy. It was one of those kind of crazy conversations me and Eric sometimes have, and we said, wouldn't it be cool if we actually laid out everything we did to promote a business and made 30 grand in a month, average 1,000 a day. So we weren't even drunk. It's crazy. So we decided we would do it, and we gave ourselves a 3-month period. We said, okay, we've got 90 days. We'll set up this group. We'll call it the Shadow Commission Project, because people can shadow what we do. They can literally follow us and copy what we do. We said in the next 3 months we will have a 30-day period where we make 30K, and we actually did it in the first month. Okay, and that's using some of the mindset stuff that you taught, Darren. So we actually did that. Now, why we chose Exodus? $1,000 commissions, instant pay, doesn't get better. But the owner, Paul Stevenson, on that interview there that you'll all see when you join, he's very strong. I was chatting to Darren before the hangout. You know, he reached out to Darren. He spoke to Darren. He's reached out to some of Darren's team. He's reached out to us. I speak to him probably about 3 or 4 times a week at the minute. And if any of you guys are in any doubt and you want to speak to Paul Stevenson, guess what? You can actually speak to the owner of the business. Where else do you get that? Does that happen with anybody else in any other business? He's incredibly strong. Okay. So then we have this group. Everybody can go and they can look in. Okay. We also have another group, and that's where we put our extra special sauce, if you like, and you get access to this. This was a 30-day coaching thing that we did. It was a campaign we did, but the training is all available to people that join whenever they join. So pre-course homework, writing your story, the basic setup you need, connecting with, engaging people on Facebook, random coaching calls that I do, sometimes where I answer questions for the team, and then why it's important to share results. Do you want to show the products, Darren?
Yeah, maybe go in there just to give people an idea of, guys, like just before we explain this to you, you've got to understand, being in this industry, that you're in a personal development leadership business model. Okay, so that needs to be a significant part of the path that you're on, is personal development. Okay, your motivation, your inspiration, your reading, going to events, things like that. But personal development is our core business. Okay, now I was actually kind of lucky that I made it into the vault of the company. Like, I'm one of the personal development speakers that are in there being interviewed, but we're talking about some top name brands. Okay, people like Ray Higdon, as an example, is one of those interviews. So I'm talking about the 7-figure level, right? Isn't it Jerry Schroeder or something in there as well? Paul, maybe you can just wrap up.
You've got Pride of Place, #1, Darren Little. We've got Even Klassen. We've got, Jerry Schroeder's in there. Jack Zufelt is the #1 seller in Nightingale Covenant. There's Paul Stevenson's currently loading a seminar, the recordings of a seminar that people spent $15,000 to attend for Jack Zufelt. That is being added to this now. Okay, so you're going to get that included in your membership fee, a $15,000 seminar included in this. Then we got James Starr.
You got some big names in there. James Starr, as far as traffic and stuff, they've done some phenomenal things in their realm. Jeff Mills, an amazing marketer, guys. Okay, so when you can start piggybacking off of these top income earners, in addition with the Shadow Commissions Project to have everything handed to you on a silver platter, guys, that's why we're going pop, 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 pop.
Look there, Ray Higdon. Ray Higdon. It doesn't get better than Ray Higdon. I mean, we're all great, but Ray Higdon. Todd Falcone, Tracy Walker, Trent Weidman. There's some big people in there. You know, I could go on, but what fascinates me, guys, I'll show you some of the marketing stuff. What fascinates me is how two people can have exactly the same information, the same copy and paste campaigns, the same training, they get exactly the same stuff, and yet one can fly and one just kind of stumbles along and stalls on the runway, so to speak. And that is your self-development. And I listen to something out of here every single day. You will never be short. And let me just say, this is quality stuff. I mean, Darren is, you know, if you're on this, you probably know Darren. Darren is quality stuff, okay? It's not cheap PLR products that you go and buy for a few dollars and he's uploaded that. These are some big names in here. And then, you know, if you're stuck for marketing, you want to pick a strategy, 25 traffic methods, email copy that sells. If you want to learn YouTube, it's in here. If you want to learn Instagram, it's in here. If you want to learn how to use hashtag traffic, it's in here. If you want some secret, sort of not so well known traffic sources that are incredibly cheap, they're in here. If you want to really master Facebook, it's in here. The problem with it is, Darren, there's too much. And people think they have to learn it all at once. You just take what you need when you need it. So unless you want me to show anything else, I'll hand it back to you.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So I'm going to just share my screen here, guys, again, and I'm going to go live again. Okay. Just if you can tell me if you can see that, Paul.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, you bet.
Okay. So Eric Green and Paul Turner, you guys are awesome. Super proud of you, and it's great to be locking arms again and working together, and I'm fired up. Okay, guys. So what if we literally handed you on a silver platter the entire campaigns from A to Z that have generated as much as $87,500 in a 90-day period of time from a complete flat start? That means zero, guys. From 0 to 87.5 in 90 days. All the sales copy that you need to be able to start popping $1,000 commissions. Keep in mind, this is going to fund your entire marketing campaign. All the value campaigns, so you don't have to come up with value as the leader. You don't have to step into your personal power yet. We're going to provide you with all the value campaigns, all the follow-up campaigns for your autoresponder, all the promotional campaigns from A to Z, for Facebook promo, for Instagram promo, for Twitter promo, literally everything that you need to become a top marketer. What if we showed you what type of Facebook content creates interaction to get people reaching inward to you? One of my students here that's actually probably on the call here, Michelle, she actually just got involved about 24 hours ago. She took one of my posts, she put it on her wall, and within 24 hours, can you imagine if you just started a business and you had 25 incoming inquiries? Incoming. Not reaching out to your friends and family, not spending any money on marketing, incoming inquiries of people interested in her business. Okay, now that type of thing, that's literally like sitting on $24,000, and now she just goes and collects the money. We teach her how to do that too. Okay, so totally turnkey. So what if we gave you the formula to teach you how to recruit new reps into any business, guys, in 6 to 45 minutes? I actually do this live for the team, for my people that join. I actually show them recruiting on a live basis where they watch me recruit. My fastest time is 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck could this guy say to people in 180 seconds to get him to join his business without talking about the company and without talking about the products? Think about that. Okay? What if we gave you access to a private Facebook group filled with tons more marketing secrets and literally handed off the baton for you so that you had a turnkey system? Now, this allows you to start popping $1,000 commissions daily, okay? That's only one sale in a whole day. Trust me, once you have this formula, it's very easy to do. Now, this is the visual that I visualize in my mindset. I visualize popcorn going pop, 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 pop. Okay, so when I first started the Shadow Commissions Project, the very first 24 hours I made $5,000, right? Since then, with the formula that's being implemented, just in the few days that I've been in, it's generated almost $13,000 in front-end income that's going to fuel my whole marketing and advertising campaign. Now, especially if you're in a high-ticket program like Empower Network, Digital Altitude, MOB, how are you going to come up with the 5,200? How are you going to come up with the 27,000, right, in some of these companies, $27,997 in order to be able to activate at the highest high-ticket programs, right? Huge problem for people, especially if they drain their personal bank account. Now what do? They got no money left to go marketing. What are they going to do? Mortgage their home to get cash out of their house, right? We show you how to do it without risking your own capital by using this formula. Now, I can only take 40 people, guys, okay? And I take my mentoring extremely, extremely serious. My best year in business is almost $4 million, and when you get to a certain point, it's no longer about the money that you make. It's how many people can you take to the next level. Stories like Eric and Paul and Stephen Munson that went from homeless to a $20,000 a month after 6 months. People that have never had any experience before that in their first 3 weeks started having $3,000 days. That's what we're talking about here. So I'm only going to take 40 people for this, okay? Now, this is going to give you the ability to start making $1,000 commissions while you sleep. Okay, the best day that I've had in 24 hours was $13,000 in a single day, okay? Those are the campaigns that you're going to get access to. What if you could have a $25,000 week? I've already done it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did step by step. What if you could make over $55,000 in a single month? I've already done it. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it step by step. The copy I wrote, the images I used, the email follow-up sequence that I put out. How do I get my phone ringing off the hook with incoming phone calls to make over $825,000 online using these strategies? You are going to find out if you're one of these 40 people, and trust me when I tell you, I tell my students to expect miracles and dream bigger, because your life as you know it is going to completely transform in every single way once you get into personal development and mindset and you really understand how to step into your personal power. Now, what I encourage you to do if you've been sent here by a leader is to call them first, right? Because they may have sent you here. You want to give them at least right of first refusal. That's what I call, I just like being fair to people that have helped promote this type of an event to say, look, this thing's really taken off. I want in. So give them that opportunity to make sure that they're enrolled first, okay? Now, for the people that take action right now, this is the gold. I show you live, okay? And I'm only offering this to the first 20 people. The first 20 people that click that link below and take action, they're going to get this $997 bonus training that's going to teach you how to become a top recruiter. Now, watch this, guys, okay? Because it goes one step further. It's a $997 bonus, and people actually pay me for that, okay? If you watch this training 6 times, not only will you become a top recruiter, but you're going to watch me do live recruiting. You're going to actually see how I generate leads for free using Facebook, and what do I say to those people? What do I say to them when I interact with them? How can I get them to join me in 90 seconds, okay? Plus, I'm going to give you a full millionaire mentoring session where you can actually learn about content and about speaking to the pain of the market, okay? What's the pain of the market? Do you know? Do you know how to speak to the listening so that they start reaching out to you and inquiring? Now, here's where it's going to get super exciting. I'm going to do a 3-hour Super Saturday where you're going to be able to interact with me while I'm recruiting and say to me, Darren, why are you asking that question? Or, you know, what would you do if this happened, right? This is a $1,500 bonus, okay? And people actually pay me for that, okay? So if you go onto my website and you actually look at my hourly rates, it's $497 per hour. And this is a real $1,500 bonus, guys. if you take action right now, click that link below. And I'm telling you, these spots go super fast. I've been doing this for 26 years, and I can tell you this. If you attend one of my Super Saturday trainings, everything starts to go off like fireworks in your head, like light bulbs are going on. You will have aha moment after aha moment. You will go, oh my God, nobody's ever taught me this stuff before. Nobody's ever taught me how to change people's state, how to build rapport in seconds, how to find things in common. Nobody's ever actually taught me how to never, ever get rejected ever again. Now, what would it be like for you if you were never rejected in your business? Think about it. What if everybody that you talked to started to join your business? What if leaders started contacting you from all four corners of the world? That's what happens when you attend one of these Super Saturdays. Now, you're going to actually be able to watch me do live recruiting. And when you're watching a person do live recruiting and you can interact with them and ask them questions, that's when you have a game changer, guys. I've recruited over 1,500 people into a variety of companies, affiliate programs, network marketing companies, and you're going to learn exactly how it's done step by step. Now, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get my top recruiter training bonus. That's a $997 bonus. You're also going to get my top secret traffic source. What would it be like for you if you spent $5,000, but you knew that 60 to 65% of those people were going to actually opt in to see your video, right? Not 10%, not 15, not 20, 60 to 65% opt-in rates. And I'm telling you, people search far and wide. They spend tens of thousands of dollars to try to get a good traffic source. You're going to get my top secret traffic source once you click that button below and you take action and you join the team. You're also going to get the Super Saturday bonus, 3 hours of one-on-one, so to speak, millionaire mentoring. Yes, you'll be in a group, but you can put up your hand, talk to me directly, and we can answer your questions about recruiting and how to be a top recruiter. You're also going to get access to my fast track contacts. What does that mean? Do you know how many people burn through hundreds and thousands of dollars to try to get to the right people, the right tech person, the right graphic designer, the right person that can fast track your business? That's a $2,000 bonus right there. The Shadow Commission Project, just so you guys know, if you had to go out and hire a graphic designer, hire a copywriter, put together all the pages, do all the video editing, that alone is a $9,000 bonus that you're going to get if you click that button below and you join our team today. You're also going to get Exodus Elite, which has personal development on the front end. That's the most important, critical thing that you need to know. And then a whole variety of marketing strategies. Keep in mind, guys, work today, get paid today. Not the never, never plan, not 6 weeks from now, not let's hope we get paid, right? I'm talking about you make a sale, it shows up in your PayPal account the same day, okay? So when you make a $1,000 sale, you have access to that capital today to go buy traffic, right? That's why we use this formula. Now, that is a total value of $15,843 that you're going to get when you join, when you become one of these 40 people that are spots that are left. Now, I can tell you this. I started with 50, but when people see me roll up my campaigns, they start private messaging me, and they say, Darren, I want a spot. I'm in. How do I get in right now? So there already 10 went yesterday before we even start into this actual overview, right? So there's only 40 left. And I can tell you that this will be sent out to my list. And it's first come, first serve, guys. Whoever really wants it, whoever wants to change their life where they never want to have to worry about money ever again for the rest of their life, that's you. I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to the person that's sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they want to change their life. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they want to take their life to the next level. Okay, now you're going to get all this, guys, all of it. The top recruiter training, the top secret traffic source, the Super Saturday bonus, the fast track contacts, the Shadow Commission Project, and Exodus Elite, so that you can start popping $1,000 commissions daily with our training, and you're going to get it for only $13.49. Okay. Now, I will tell you this. There's only 40 spots that are available. And let me show you what the breakdown is so that you understand this. So the company, you pay the company $299. That handles their management team, the websites, everything like that. PayPal gets $50, and you get those $1,000 commissions. Real time, pop, 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 pop. We've got people that have done, you know, like I had a $5,000 day in a single day already, and that goes now into my traffic, right? People say, Darren, how do you sponsor 25, 50, 70 people in a single day? I do it with a campaign, guys. Okay, I do it with a campaign. So it's important that you know you're going to learn all these secrets and taking action up to popping $1,000 commissions. So click the link that's below this video. Okay, there's only 40 spots available, guys. Once that's done, this is going to be emailed to my list right after this. So if you want to completely, totally change your life, click that link below and take action to lock in your position, right, for this Super Saturday training that's coming up. Now, what I would encourage you to do this. My name's Darren Little, also known online as the MLM Superhero. I'd encourage you to, out of courteousness, okay, to get back to the person that invited you here. Now, if you've gotten an email from me, then click the link below. If you're given this link by somebody else, right, obviously they've got they're already in the program, they've got the proper link, right? But I always like to respect the leaders. I always like to put that out. So if a leader has sent you and you're not 100% sure whether or not they are activated, do the right thing, okay? Pick up the phone, give them a call, thank them for sending you over here, and give them right of first refusal if they want to get positioned into the company, into the program. That's the right thing to do, guys, okay? That's the right thing to do in business. That's how I believe that business are about relationships, and you want to make sure that the people that take care of you, you take care of them too, right? It's got to be a win-win, okay? So click that link below, take action, and let me just go back here into chat here quickly with Paul. Okay. Okay, Paul, you there?
I am here, sir.
Okay. So Paul, just in summary, what would you say to these people that are watching right now? Because we've got dozens and dozens and dozens. Guys, just so you know, there was 220 people just from me that registered to be at this webinar. Okay, 220 people registered to be here at this webinar. That doesn't include any of the team members or anybody else. That was just my own Facebook wall and sending out a couple emails, okay? So these 40 spots are gonna go like this, okay? And you wanna make sure that you've got a chance to be able to change your life with these strategies. Paul, let me ask you this. What happened for you when you went through this training?
I went from totally failing, and I couldn't work it out. I honestly couldn't work it out. And I got to a point where I was just willing to do what you told me. That's, if you can drop the ego, guys. We all have an ego that says, oh, I can do it this way, I can do it that way. So I got to a point where I just thought, okay, this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. Let me put my ego to one side, and I'll just do what he told me to do, even if I didn't understand why. And I think what's going to sum it up best, guys, I could talk about how, you know, building relationships works and so on, and 25 people in a month and full-time income in 30 days. But let me tell you this, it's been a dream of mine and my wife's to move to a part of the UK called Cornwall, an absolutely beautiful place called Boscastle in Cornwall. It's a little fishing village. It's untouched for like a couple of 100 years because they can't build, there's no room, right? So for about 13 years, that's been a dream of ours. We are moving there in October this year, maybe September if we're lucky. But that has all been possible because of the money that I've made online. We finally achieved it. And that in a big part is down to Darren's trainings. It has completely changed my life, my son's life, my wife's life, my family's life. And when I am down in Cornwall, we're going to get Darren over to the UK, and I can buy him a pint of warm English beer. Just so he has to experience that for himself, because I owe you a drink, Darren. I probably owe you more than a drink, but a drink's all you're getting. But so listen, guys, it's seriously, it's some of the stuff, you do it and it seems crazy at first, but it just works. And I wish I could put my hands through the screen, grab you by the lapels and just say, just get in with Darren, because the risk is so low with this. Okay, it's $13.49, but you get $1,000 instant commissions. You don't need to sell many to get your money back. The risk is so low. And when you've got this guy in your corner, when you've got I've shown you the shadow commission stuff works. There are plenty of people on the team with it working. When you add Darren, That's your turbocharger. That will get you there quicker than a lot of the guys have done in our team already. So that's all I got, Darren. Just get with Darren, guys. Honestly, it works. I'm living proof.
Fantastic. So guys, what I'm going to say here in closing is this. If you have been online, if you have been struggling, even if you've gotten into a program, like maybe you went all in with Empower Network, maybe you're in Digital Altitude, maybe you're in MOB, and you can't seem to get liftoff. Why? Right? You've got no marketing dollars, right? So here's the difference. Here's you, here's your launch post, and here's this big freight train going wham into your launch, okay? That's what happens. That's what happens. So in Empower Network, as an example, when I started that program using these strategies, guys, it only took me about a month and a half to get into $10,000 a month. How about that? Like that. No, I didn't do any paid marketing in the beginning. But with this now on the front end, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, now I've got horsepower to go wham, right? Now, if you look at the big money earners, okay, the big guys, okay, the 7-figure income earners plus, when they get into programs, you don't know this, guys. I'll tell you the truth behind the scenes. A lot of times they'll drop 20, 30,000 bucks on the front end, right? And then you see like 69 days later, and they're just like this slot machine. Oh my God! Oh, this sale, top sale, top sale, top sale, right? What happened was this on the front end, right? That gave them a massive push. So I've seen leaders, right? People that you would know on Facebook, that start showing that they've got 2,500 leads coming in the next day. How do they do that? They do that with paid traffic, right? They do it with solo ads. They do it with Bing ads. They do it with Facebook ads. Sometimes they'll spend 20 to 50 grand, right, on the front end. Whack into that funnel. Okay. Now, if you don't have that budget, right, you just kind of wave at them as they're going up to the very top, right? Hey, look at that guy. Look at him go. Look at him go. How did he do it? He did it with a big budget on the front end. So he was the first person, or she was the first person with massive amount of eyeballs on their video, right? Massive, thousands. And then those people go into a funnel with a follow-up sequence. Pop, 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 pop. That's how you hear these stories. Now, they don't tell that. They don't show you how much money they actually spend. Trust me, okay? Because I know some of them personally, and I know how much money they spend, okay? So what we've done is we've set up a program so that you can be like them. You can get all the marketing muscle on the front end. You can get all the campaigns on the front end. You can have all the copy written for you. You can know what Facebook posts to put out. So you've got incoming inquiries on Facebook, right? Now, when you wake up in the morning and you've got 25 or 30 contacts that actually say, I want info about your business. How are you popping $1,000 commissions? It totally changes the game. Totally changes the game. Because now when you're looking at your wall, okay, this is the analogy I have. Imagine I'm James Bond. Well, my middle name is James, right? So I kind of made it part of the way there. But imagine I'm James Bond, and I'm going to go to the black tie. I'm going to put on my tuxedo. I'm going to go to a black tie event, but I'm going to sneak into this one room, and I'm going to crack the safe, okay? The safe's cracked, but I'm not going to come back for the diamonds until later, okay? That's this analogy. So what we do is we teach you how to become the attractor factor. We give you the copy. We tell you what to post on your wall. All you do is shadow us. Copy and paste your way to freedom. Literally. Copy, paste, reach out to those people, and now you go back and collect the diamonds. Tell you what, when it starts happening for you, it will not only change your life, but you'll be going like, oh my God, all of a sudden your dreams, all these things that you ever wanted. You think about the house thing and your kid's college fund and all these things that you want to do to be able to travel around the world like what Eric's doing right now. Okay, now what would it be like for you? 6 weeks that he's just doing his thing. He still has his laptop. He's probably down by the pool right now. He calls and said, hey guys, I can only be on there for a little time because I got a dinner reservation, right? So, you know, you could be that where all you need is your laptop computer and a Wi-Fi connection. Guess what? You're the ATM machine, and we're going to show you exactly how to do this step by step, okay? Copy, follow-up campaign, Facebook posts, everything we do, including the graphics that you're going to get handed to you on a silver platter, including the crush campaigns. Now, what's a crush campaign? I just ran a crush campaign, right? I started it a week ago. This was my launch, and this energy in between here goes, right? Pop, right? That's what happened. That's how I can start having $10,000 days, $13,000 days, $15,000. It happens from this, the compression, right? You got to compress the energy, pop, okay? So here's you, here's your dream. There's an invisible barrier right in between, guys. Fact, okay? That's a fact. If you don't have enough front end inertia, right, you never break through this barrier. Never happens. This wall is real, okay? Trust me, okay? I've used these strategies to raise tens of millions of dollars in venture capital for my own companies, right? This here is what takes you to the next level. So let me give you an example when I'm raising money, okay? This area right here, okay? Call, nothing, call, conference, nothing, call, nothing, 20,000. 20, 50, 50, 100, 175, 20, 20, 10, 10, 20, 50, 50, 20. That's what happens, guys. This energy in here has to be compressed to get you pop, right? Once you're beyond that, that's where you get your lift off, okay? So what I would encourage you to do is this. If you've never had mentorship, if you've never actually had this stuff done for you like this, rolled out, we've already tested it. All the copy that we're doing, we're using for ourselves. You think it might work, right? If I've already done over 825,000 online, wouldn't it be cool just to piggyback off of what I do, right? All that time I've been in marketing and advertising, wouldn't it be cool to be able to piggyback off of the graphic campaigns that I do? I've got a graphic designer of my own in India. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just piggyback off of all of that stuff? You don't have to worry about doing any of it. We've literally rolled out the red carpet for you so that you can have everything that you need to get your business into liftoff so that you literally never have to worry about money again for the rest of your life, okay? And I'm totally serious here. One of my students was actually homeless. Okay, it's a great story, by the way, guys, okay? Imagine you're homeless. You're living on your couch of a friend's house, okay? He got into my millionaire mentoring. 6 months later, he had a $20,000 month, okay? Now let's take the 6 months over here. 3 years later, he's launching his own network marketing company. The homeless guy, 3 years later, he's launching his own network marketing company. His name's Stephen Munson, okay? Now, I'm really super proud of that story, guys, because it gives you an idea of what's possible. It gives you hope to know that it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you are on your life path. You could be on the verge of bankruptcy or even gone bankrupt. Doesn't matter, okay? If you apply these strategies and you implement this into your life, you can completely, totally change your life in 30 to 90 days, okay? Now, there's one thing that's important. You gotta be coachable, okay? So if we give you a campaign, then just run the campaign, right? Don't say, oh, that's good, Darren, but I'm gonna rewrite it all, right? I got a better way. I got this other strategy that I'm gonna do. Don't do that. We want you to have success, okay? Now, Michelle is a perfect example of somebody that was very coachable, right? So if it said my name or if it said I, she changed that to my mentor, right? The rest of the copy she left as is and was 24 incoming inquiries in 24 hours, right? That's like $24,000 sitting there, and now she's gonna go collect the diamonds, right? Pretty cool strategy. Okay, so what I would encourage you to do is this. Click the link below, guys. Take action. I've already, my thing's been popping up. Darren, there's still spots left. Darren, there's still spots available. I want in, right? So you want to take action. After this is done, I'm blasting this to my list. So this is first come, first serve. You want to get in? You want to change your life? You want to never have to worry about money ever again? Click that link below, take action, and then private message me on Facebook to let me know that you're in and that you took action. And then we're going to get right into a launch sequence. The people that just joined this last couple of days, they've already got incoming inquiries. Who starts a business from scratch and has their phone ringing with an incoming call while we're doing a millionaire mentoring session? How about that? It was kind of funny, actually, because you can't fake that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we're sitting there, there's like 5 or 6 of us, and all of a sudden her Facebook phone, right, starts ringing, right in the middle of our millionaire mentoring session. Her Facebook thing starts ringing, and she hasn't even been in for 24 hours yet, okay? So click the link below, guys. Take action. I'm fired up for you. Reach out on Facebook. Say a quick hello. Let me know that you've just started. My name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, with Paul Turner, Eric Green with the Shadows Commissions Project. And guys, we are excited for you to completely, totally change your life. So thanks a lot for joining us, and have a great day. All the best.